Staying on the topic of Ukraine and the ongoing war, we have two special guests with us this morning, Bunny and Alex Drueke. Alex is a U.S. military veteran who traveled to Ukraine to take up arms against Russian forces. He is back home safely now with his family this Thanksgiving after being held captive by the Russians for more than 100 days. To you both, thank you so much for being here. Bunny, great to see you as always. You and I have talked many times over the last few months. Alex, welcome home officially. Your mom and I have become friends through the screen, and I'm so thankful that you two are together this Thanksgiving. Welcome home.
Thank you.
What's it like to be home sitting next to your mom this Thanksgiving after what you've been through?
It's pretty incredible. We weren't sure if this was ever going to happen again, so it's pretty incredible.
Bunny, what's this Thanksgiving mean to you to see your son by your side?
As Alex said, we weren't sure that this would ever happen again. We were very hopeful, and so it means quite a lot to me to have him here. But at the same time, my heart goes out to the Ukrainian families who are scattered and broken up and who have loved ones that are still fighting, loved ones that are still being held prisoner. And so it's kind of a bittersweet Thanksgiving for me.
Yeah. And Alex, I know that has become part of your mission now, is to continue the focus on Ukraine, other Americans who are being held captive. As you hear about the shelling in Zaporizhia, you hear about the bombings happening in Kyiv and Lviv. What do you want the American public to know about what we can be doing to continue our focus on this ongoing battle in Ukraine?
Thanks for bringing that up. That's incredibly important to me. This war is not over, and I may be home for Thanksgiving, but there are thousands and thousands of people still being held captive in horrible conditions by the Russians. There are tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people without power moving into the winter. There are millions of people that have been, like Mom said, scattered across the globe. And I think it's exceptionally important that every American keeps them in their hearts or minds and contacts their representative to say we want to keep supporting Ukraine. We've talked to several people in the Ukrainian leadership, and they say they need equipment. I can tell you from firsthand experience they are some fierce fighters and they're going to win this war, but we need to make sure that we're giving them the right equipment to do that. Because if Ukraine were to fall, Putin is not going to be satisfied. And, this is a fight for freedom. This is a fight for democracy.
Alex, I do understand you had a meeting in D.C. last week with Ukraine's ambassador, some U.S. representatives as well. What was the result of those talks?
Yeah, they went really well. It was a chance for like I said, we talked to some people in the Ukrainian leadership, and they said equipment is what we need. So we were able to then go to our representatives and say, hey, here's equipment that is needed. And so we're hoping that we may have some opportunities in the future to talk to some representatives that might be a little on the fence about continuing support for Ukraine, but it's going to take the American people as well. So please contact the representatives and let them know. Continue to support Ukraine.
Understood, heard. Bunny, how difficult has it been for you to hear about what Alex went through, the torture, the beatings? And Alex, I'm going to ask you about it in a moment. But Bunny, as his mom, knowing what he went through to get back home to you safely, how hard has that been to recount some of that?
Marni, it's difficult to think about it. It's difficult to see the marks of war and abuse on him. Our weeks have been filled with doctor's visits because we're getting him all checked out. He's being treated for certain things, and he's doing well. He's healing physically. And then there are a lot of late nights where we stay up and I just listen, and I'm there with hugs. So, that part is difficult, and it's hard for me. As bad as it was for Alex and Andy, they treat the Ukrainians worse. And that's even harder for me to fathom, because they were extremely cruel to Alex and to Andy. And, this whole fight for freedom reminds me so much of our country when we were first starting out. We're fighting for the same things, for freedom, for our country to the right to govern ourselves. And so I really feel a kinship with the Ukrainians.
The fight is familiar, and it is of utmost importance. Alex, you were tortured, physical and emotional abuse, 104 days in captivity. Is it true at one point you prayed for death?
Yeah, actually, on our what we call the Freedom Ride, it was the final ride to take us from the prison to the Saudi airplane. But it was what should have been, a 30-minute trip to the airport was 24 hours of pure torture. And a lot of us have, we've talked since we've gotten back home, and a lot of us said that that's the only time we actually asked for death to come to get it over with. Yeah.
Did you think you'd make it home?
I was ever hopeful. Yeah. We really didn't know much at all. We didn't have access to news. Any time that I was forced to call home to talk to the State Department or my mother, those calls were monitored, and they were not for me. They were for my Russian captors. And so, I wasn't even able to exchange information or find out what was being done for us back home to get us home. So we were ever hopeful, but we really had no idea until we landed in Saudi Arabia. That's when we started going, we might actually be getting released. Yeah.
Wow. It was incredible news for all of us to hear. I know your mom most of all. You talk about the physical and emotional abuse that you had to withstand while in captivity. Is it hard to fall back into a normal routine? The challenges of being at home, being constantly asked questions about what you went through. What are those difficulties now that you're back on U.S. soil?
I mean, yeah, there's some difficulties. Thankfully, I've got my pension from the Veterans Affairs Administration, so I'm not having to jump right back into work, and I'm appreciative of that. But yeah, there's a lot of things that have to be taken care of, and we're taking it one day at a time.
Well, I wish you both the best. And I can't let you go, Alex, before last asking about your dog. As I talked to your mom time and time again, I think every time that you two spoke on the phone, you asked that your dog was being taken care of. What was that reunion like with you and your four-legged friend?
Oh, it was great. Diesel did let me know that he was upset with me. He pouted a little bit, but we're back on good terms. But yeah, when I first got home, I think even he didn't think it was real. He didn't recognize me for a few seconds, but once he did, then he jumped up in my arms, all 110 pounds of him, and gave me a hug and gave me kisses, and then he went around the room and nosed every single person in the room to say, "Hey, look, he's back home." So it was really nice.
Well, it's nice to be able to smile about that. Bunny, what are your plans tomorrow to celebrate the holiday with Alex?
We're having a small family gathering, only 20 this year. We have a large family, and it's really special to be able to include Alex right there with us.
Well, my best to you both, and we were showing Andy Wynn on the screen as well. Please send our best to him and his family this Thanksgiving. To you both, I'm glad to see you together. It makes me smile. God bless and have a safe and happy holiday. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.